Have you ever wondered if drafting a kid's bodice is the same as drafting for adults? In today's video, I'll be diving into kids fashion. So this week I have a project on kids board dressmaking. I decided to share how to draft the perfect bodice for a 3-year-old with accurate measurements needed. In this tutorial, all I need is my pattern paper, marker, ruler, scissors, and my tape. And the measurements required are shoulder 10 inches, armhole 5 inches, neck width 3 inches, neck depth 3 inches, chest 23 inches, waist 22 inches, and half length 10 inches. So I'll start by drawing a straight line to mark as my starting line. On that starting line, I'll mark my shoulder measurement. The shoulder is 10 divided by 2 will be 5 inches. I'll mark 5 inches. Then on that 5 inches, I'll come down by 5 inches for the armhole. Then I'll draw a straight line to connect the two dots. After that, I'll place my ruler to extend the line to the other side to form as my chest line. After that is done, I'll take the half length. The half length is 10 inches. Then I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then I'll take my straight ruler to draw a straight line to mark my half length and also my sewing allowance. After that, I'll label my lines. The first line is my chest line, the second is my half length, then the 1 inches is for my sewing allowance. After that, I'll take my neck width. The neck width is 3 inches and the neck depth is also 3 inches. After that, I'll take my neck cuff. For this tutorial, I use my French cuff, but you can also use your free hand. And for the neck shape, you can use V shape, sweetheart, anyone you want. When that is done, I'll come to the armhole and come down by 0.5 inch. Then I'll connect from the neckline to the 0.5 inch, creating a slant this way. After that, on the armhole, I'll place my tape and look for the midpoint. The armhole is 5 inches, the midpoint will be 2.5 inch. Then I'll mark that midpoint. Then on that midpoint, I'll go in by 0.5 inch. Then I'll mark. When that is done, I'll come to the chest line and measure out the chest measurement. The chest measurement is 23 inches. 23 inches divided by 4 will give me 5.75. Then I'll mark the 5.75. After that, I'll use my French cuff to connect from the shoulder to the 0.5, then from the 0.5 to this chest line measurement. After that, I'll come to the chest line and add 2 inches for sewing allowance. After that, I'll come to the waist and place the waist measurement. The waist measurement is 22. 22 divided by 4 will give me 5.5 inches. Then I'll also add 2 inches sewing allowance. As you can see, I'm adding 0.5 inch on all the lines because at first I wanted to use 1.5 inch for sewing allowance, but I changed my mind and decided to use 2 inches for sewing allowance. You can still use 1.5 inch, but I love giving enough allowance on my pattern so that when I'm transferring to my fabric, I don't have to bother myself about allowance anymore. So I'll use my straight ruler to connect my measurements together. The next thing I'll do is to take my French curve and place it on my armhole. Then I will connect it to my chest line without taking that 0.5 inch. This will serve as the back part of my bodice. So this one will serve as my front bodice. I'm going to cut it without taking out this 0.5 inch. Then I'll place it to create my back bodice. It's after I have finished cutting the back part, then I will now trim out this 0.5 inch for the front. As you can see, I am done cutting and I didn't cut that 0.5 out yet. So I'm going to place this drafted pattern on a new pattern paper. Before I do that, I'm going to draw a straight line to start, mark as my starting line, and also mark out 1.5 inch for zipper allowance. After that, I'll take my straight ruler to connect my dots straight. After that, I will place my tape from the starting line and I'll come down by 2 inches. That will mark as the neck depth for the back bodice. Then I'll use the same neck width, which is 3 inches. After that, I'll place my bodice properly. Then I'll use my French curve to take out the neck curve for the back bodice. So that is all for the back. The next thing I'll do is to cut. Please, before you cut, you make sure you pin your pattern down together so that they won't move and you won't make unnecessary mistake. So as you can see, I am done cutting and it's looking very beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to do is to separate these two bodies. After I separate it, I will trim the front. That's 0.5 I took at the armhole. I will trim it out on the front armhole. So guys, I am done drafting the pattern, and this is the front and this is the back. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. See you in my next video.